So as CNN attempts to gag President Trump and anybody associated with President Trump, we got some good news out of New York, but I'm skeptical of the news out of New York. This Judge Juan Merchan, this totally corrupt judge, lifted part of his gag order that was still in place leading up to the sentencing in July for President Trump, and he lifted this partial gag order up right before the debate on Thursday night. Now, that's a good thing. So Judge Merchan now says that President Trump can talk about witnesses in the case. This, of course, would be Stormy Daniels and Michael Cohen. That's good news. If that comes up in the debate, President Trump doesn't have to be hampered with that. But here's who President Trump can't talk about. Not in the debate, not ever, as far as this gag order, or as long as this gag order is in place. That would be Michael Colangelo. Anybody on the prosecution's team other than Alvin Bragg, Matthew Colangelo. Matthew Colangelo, you can't talk about. Now remember, this was the high-ranking DOJ official who goes up and miraculously takes a job with Alvin Bragg's office in New York City, and lo and behold, all of these prosecutions of President Trump starts unfolding. He's the mastermind, I believe, behind it all. Now, Juan Merchan, the judge, says you can't talk about him or others on the prosecution's team. Here is my warning to President Trump, and I hope President Trump's team listens to this. I believe CNN is going to try to set up President Trump to violate the gag order during the debate. CNN is devious. They will do everything they can to sink President Trump here, and they may set traps trying to get him to say things he's not allowed to talk about. It would be a devious move on CNN's part because they know the gag order is in place, but certainly I do not put it past them to most certainly try to do this. Now, most people are predicting President Trump is going to win this debate and win handily. And when I say most people, I'm not talking about people like me, just conservative commentators. I'm talking about liberal commentators as well. Guys like Charlemagne the God, right? This guy that makes news all the time. He's not happy with Joe Biden. He's not a real fan of President Trump either, by the way. But this is what he had to say about the upcoming debate.
Maybe it won't be bad. Maybe they got some new shit they've been working on, some super serum. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're going to shoot.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. Yeah. And it's going to be so joke-filled. What do I write about in the book, Chris? Donald Trump is dangerous because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's dangerous because he's funny.
Yeah.
He's going to give us one of the greatest stand-up specials we've ever seen on June 27th. The names he's probably working on for Joe, the shit he's going to come with about Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, look, I believe it's true. This is going to be one of the great entertainment evenings of our time. I am predicting it will be one of the highest rated debates in debate history. Certainly that's good news for low rating CNN, right? But people will be tuning in, and they'll be tuning in for, it's going to be like watching a NASCAR race. They want to see if Joe Biden crashes and burns, and they want to see, like Mike Tyson, a knockout punch from President Trump. This is what people are tuning in for. Now, remember, CNN already showed us their true colors when you had the anchor woman cutting off President Trump's spokesperson. Just for a little memory of this, roll it.
So it takes someone 5 minutes to Google Jake Tapper, Donald Trump, to see that Jake Tapper has consistently,
we're going to stop this interview if you're going to keep attacking my colleagues.
Adolf Hitler.
Ma'am, I'm going to stop this interview if you continue to attack my colleagues. I would like to talk about Joe Biden and Donald Trump, who you work for.
Yes.
If you are here to speak on his behalf, I am willing to have this conversation.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay.
Now,
I'm sorry, guys. We're going to come back out to the panel. Caroline, thank you very much for your time. You are welcome to come back at any point.
Quite frankly, this doesn't surprise anybody. This is CNN literally at work here. And this is why I give an even bigger applause to President Trump for not even questioning going on this debate stage at CNN. He said, I'll debate you anytime, anywhere. They said CNN, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, two of the most biased commentators, and I called them commentators, they're not news people, on television today. President Trump says, bring it on. But this is what he's going to be up against. You know, you had Caroline Levitt there saying just Google Jake Tapper. Well, guess what? We did that. Here's what we found. This is some of Jake Tapper's antics.
The erosion of basic standards of civility and human decency continues. It's not just a Republican phenomenon, but we are being led down the drain by President Trump. To Trump supporters out there, imagine liberals
led down the drain by President Trump. Now, that's a newsman? You make a declaration like that, he doesn't even give it attribution. He doesn't even try to be a newsman. And so what about Dana Bash? She's just as bad too, by the way. She says this little quiet doozy here. Listen carefully about when President Trump could stay on the ballot when the Supreme Court ruled that he would stay on the ballot the last time around. Listen to this little doozy.
Unfortunately for America, the court isn't necessarily wrong that this is the way the framers wanted it to be. They wanted Congress.
Unfortunately for America? That's a news person? That President Trump now has a chance to run on the ballot? That's unfortunately for America? He's the Republican candidate. And there you have someone who's supposed to be unbiased saying, unfortunately for America. So together, well, I mean, they make like a professional wrestling tag team. Watch this, Bash and Tapper together.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. This time, of course, in the United States. This time given life by former president and current Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump.
Let's recognize this comment for what it is, a long-standing anti-Semitic trope that the true allegiance for Jews is to their religion rather than their country. It was used in Nazi Germany to justify the arrests, persecutions, and mass killings, attempted extermination of the Jewish people.
Bringing up Hitler with President Trump, nobody's buying that stuff anymore, okay? Everybody is on to this nonsense. Sadly, many people bought it, the first and even the second time around. But now with this disaster of Joe Biden, his racism that outshines any racist I've ever seen in public life in my adult life, people realize President Trump's no racist. He wants the best for the American people no matter what their color, race, creed, religion, you name it. Not Joe Biden, though. So President Trump, I would imagine, is doing what he needs to do to get ready for this debate. He's got good people around him. Just look at his daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, how she handled Jake Tapper. Maybe he could take notes off of this.
It was President Trump who in January shut down travel coming to the United States from China. He shut down travel from Europe. Thank goodness we didn't have Joe Biden in the White House because he called it xenophobic. We know that he would have been very soft. He would have been politically correct. That would have never happened. Absolutely, he did, Jake.
No, he didn't.
He said it in a tweet. He called
he referred
it
to the
xenophobic.
he referred to the president. I have looked it up. He referred to the president's long history of xenophobia and racism. He did not call the partial travel bans from China and Europe.
Politically correct. Soft Joe Biden would have shut down travel to China, especially now we know it's been very lucrative for Joe Biden and his family, China. This president has done everything every step of the way.
I don't know what that means.
You know what? I don't know what you mean. He's a loser is what this guy is. And now President Trump's got to face off against him, Bash, and Biden. It's going to be 3-on-1. But I have the ultimate faith in President Trump. And I'll tell you what, Laura Trump right there, she's only gotten better over these last few years. Same as President Trump.